Salute. Appreciate everybody for pulling up to this demonstration. Shocking news. Shocking news. Chrisean Rock. Yeah, Chrisean Rock has been arrested. There's so much drama surrounding her arrest. Yes, this what, beautiful. This is Chrisean about what, fifth time being arrested, beautiful? But this is the latest arrest, and this happened a few days ago. And also, Wack 100. Was he supposed to bail her out? Why didn't he bail her out? What's surrounding that as far as Wack 100 not bailing her out? Man, we got a lot to chop it up about when it comes to Chrisean Rock. But before we get started this demonstration, I need to send a big shout out to the replay gang. I appreciate everybody for catching the replay. Salute to all my moderators. Salute to you, him, and her. Salute to the whole Rock Squad. Salute to the beautiful Nightmare, the Abdul, and the rest of y'all that loves roast and shank. Y'all know sometimes I play the demonstrations back and I go and I look at the roasting that y'all be giving me, and I gotta admit, sometimes y'all be getting me. But beautiful Nightmare, you better warn Abdul, I'm gonna get him back. But let me see who's in the chat. Matter of fact, let me read my disclaimer first. I gotta read the disclaimer. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Everything that you hear in this video that I call a demonstration is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Everything that you hear in this demonstration is allegedly. It's all allegedly. I see you, beautiful. Salute, beautiful. Salute. Salute, Abdul. Salute, Abdul. Salute, Coach Art. Salute, Coach Art. Abdul says, you're never going to get me, but you could try. All right, we'll see. We'll see. We're going to see. What y'all think about Chrisean Rock? Salute, Caramel. Salute, Caramel. Appreciate you for pulling up, Caramel. What y'all think about Chrisean? She stay getting locked up. One thing I can say about Chrisean, she stays getting locked up. Salute, Tammy. I see you, Tammy. Salute, Tammy. I hope everyone is enjoying this Friday. Abdul says, all I know is that it's messy. She needs to leave Blueberry. You think she need to leave him alone? Y'all think she need to leave Blueberry alone? Salute 80s, baby. Salute 80s, baby. Abdul says, they could give you Blueberry for all I care. Abdul wouldn't be Abdul if he didn't roast. Now, I used to follow it real heavy. I used to follow it real heavy. Now, I haven't been following it lately, but I used to follow it real heavy, especially when Blueface was home and before the baby was born. I used to follow Chrisean and Blueface. I used to follow them real heavy. Appreciate that, Caramel. Appreciate that, Caramel. And a happy early Father's Day for all the fathers that's out there. Another happy early Father's Day for all the daddies. I heard Steve Harvey speak on this earlier today. And he said it's a difference between a father and it's a difference between a daddy. He said the father is the one that produced the child. He said a daddy is the one, when the child gets here, the daddy is the one that takes care of the child. So I want to say a happy Father's Day, a happy early Father's Day to both fathers and daddies, regardless of the circumstances. It's not me to judge no man, because I've been there and I've done that. And I've seen and I've witnessed, I've seen how women that are miserable, I've seen how they purposely keep the child's father out of that child's life. And by them keeping that father out of the child's life, it's almost impossible for the father to be a daddy. And I know some of y'all might say, Shank, it ain't no excuse. It's no difference from the many mothers that are out here that have custody of the child. But there are many mothers out here that aren't raising their children. So I'm not going to use this demonstration to go back and forth about women and men, mothers and fathers. I just want to use this time to send a happy early Father's Day to all fathers and all daddies, regardless of what the circumstances is. Abdul says, you follow all the tea in the industry. Abdul says, now Shank about to give us a lot of the story. Why y'all? So, but let's get in. Actually, I'm early. I'm a few minutes early on this demonstration. I had set the demonstration for 4 and I started it early. So I'm gonna give the Rock Squad a few more minutes to pull up, because I don't want to start running these videos. I don't want to start playing the clips. And then when people come through, they be like, Shank, what are we talking about? Shank, what are we discussing? So I'm going to give the people a little bit more time to pull up. But like I was saying, when it comes to Father's Day, when it's Mother's Day, we give the mothers their day. Nobody judges the women. Nobody tries to shoot the women down and say, you know, well, the mothers ain't taking care of the child and all that. All mothers on Mother's Day, all mothers enjoy Mother's Day. Whether they deadbeat mothers, whether they're the greatest mother in the world. On Mother's Day, all mothers get a chance to enjoy that day. So same thing should apply to the fathers. On Father's Day, we don't want to divide it. We don't want to say, okay, only the daddies get to enjoy Father's Day. No. Fathers, it's y'all day. Like I said, we don't know we don't know that father's situation. We don't know. So let's stop when it comes to men. Let's stop using the shenanigans. Somehow we try to downplay a man. Somehow. But when it comes to women, they get all the glory. It's Father's Day. Let's give fathers their day. And if you got a problem with that, oh well. Let me get to this demonstration, y'all. Abdul says, Shank about to give us a whole story about mother, baby daddies, baby mamas. Y'all better get the popcorn. Nah, I ain't gonna give a whole demonstration on that, Abdul. Salute, Suntan. Appreciate you for pulling up. Salute, Suntan. Appreciate you for pulling up. All right, y'all. Abdul said, that's why I prefer to stay single. And you know what, Abdul? That might be the best thing. Because, and I can speak for myself, most of us, we rushed into relationships. Most of us, we rushed into marriages. Most of us, we rushed into having children. And that's on both sides. Most men, most women rushed into being in relationships, and we rushed into having children. All right, y'all, let's kick it off. Let's get into today's demonstration. Chrisean Rock has been arrested. Let's check it out.
Okay, so Chrisean got arrested. Chrisean Rock showed up to court Monday to support Blueface, but ended up being arrested on her own charges while she was there. How you go to court for your man and then they be waiting for you?
Sounds on brand to me.
Law enforcement told TMZ that 5 officers were waiting for Chrisean at the courthouse, expecting her arrival. Chrisean had her baby with her, but was still cuffed and arrested.
Now you go to court. She went to court for Blueface. Then she ends up getting arrested. You can't make this up.
Expecting her arrival. Chrisean had her baby with her, but was still cuffed and arrested.
What happened, Christine?
Caught up in downtown, to be downtown. It's cool, I got my people looking into the door. I don't know what you're going to do.
Excuse me, sir, what are you guys arresting her for?
A whole other charge.
A warrant for what, sir?
There's a warrant for us, sir.
Better mind your damn business when they call lights on you.
That's exactly what I said when I was told. I'm like, boy, they didn't always tell you nothing.
Better shut up.
Reports didn't say what happened to the baby, but it's being said that Chrisean's friend Marsh has him. Marsh is a really, really loyal friend to her, and honestly, the baby is in good care with Marsh. Like I follow Chrisean, like, you know, not hit the button follow her on Instagram, but her friend is literally, that's his godmother. And
Well, thankfully that the godmother was there. Salute, Miss Parker. Salute, Miss Parker. Thankfully, the godmother of the child, Suntan, was there.
he is in good care with Marsh. Like I follow Chrisean, like, you know, not hit the button follow her on Instagram, but her friend is literally, that's his godmother. And she always got the baby, always doing good by the baby, you know, from what they put online and everything like that. So he's in good hands if he's with Marsh.
Ain't she from Baltimore, Chrisean?
Yes, I don't know if Marsh is, but Chrisean is from Baltimore.
Okay, so you contributing to her belt?
TMZ reported that she is being held without bail on felony fugitive warrant with an additional assault with a deadly weapon charge. The charges are reportedly in connection to the drug charges in Oklahoma. Chrisean must have been shot because it seems she thought her legal situation was being handled.
My warrants are getting cleaned up. I've been paying off fees and getting rid of shit, talking to certain people to help my situation out. But right now I gotta play it cautious because, you know, I don't plan on being in jail while my son is growing. Like, I just don't plan on that. I'm doing every way possible to get that figured out without even trying to serve time, and it's working out for me.
Man, what if she got a credit repair person trying to work on that?
That sounds on brand, like, yo, but that audio was from a while back. But how do you get your warrants cleaned up? Don't you? Once you got a warrant, you got a warrant.
Yeah, the only way you're going to get that warrant cleaned up, is if you got to turn yourself in, or if the police come and get you about that warrant. I know people 20, 30 years later, that warrant is still there. Salute, Miss Parker. Salute, Miss Parker. Appreciate that super chat, Miss Parker. Appreciate that super chat. So the warrant, regardless of if you change your life around, and that happens a lot of times. A lot of times people will do things and then they'll get away with the warrant. The warrant will still be there. They might go on 10, 15 years later. The warrant might be for something serious. And they might go on and change their lives around. And then out the clear blue sky, the police come knocking on the door with a 20-year-old warrant. Well, they might get pulled over for a traffic citation, and the police will let them know, you got a warrant on you, an outstanding warrant. So the warrant never goes away until you are arrested on that warrant.
It was from a while back. But how do you get your warrants cleaned up? Don't you? Once you got a warrant, you got a warrant. Right?
No, usually, a lot of times people have warrants because they didn't pay their fines. Or they got to pay their fines.
Yeah, but
they got warrants because they got charges.
Yeah, but like, how you get them cleaned up? Don't you got to always go in and then they...
Not when it's criminal. Not when it's criminal. And even if it's traffic, they gonna lock you up. They gonna arrest you. They taking you to the bookends. They taking you to a county jail. They taking you to a city jail. You going in front of a judge. You going in front of a magistrate about that warrant. Salute to Memphis. Salute to South Memphis. Appreciate you for pulling up. the South Memphis. Appreciate you for pulling up. Now it just depends on what that warrant is for, as far as where as though you're gonna pay that fine, and then the warrant will go away. If it's a traffic beef, if it's for driving on suspended license, if it's for anything that's traffic, yeah. If it's a probation violation and you owe court costs, yeah. But if it's something criminal, like for her, her charges, she can't pay no fine and get out of it.
Then it just goes away.
It depends really what it is for.
I didn't got a criminal charge. You got to go through this.
If a criminal charge, you gotta go through the court system. But sometimes, even with a criminal charge, you might have restitution or you gotta pay a fine. You don't pay that fine,
A criminal charge and restitution and fines is something completely different. A criminal charge is just what it's saying, a criminal charge. You being charged with robbery. You being charged with assault. You being charged with a CDS, controlled dangerous substance. That's something completely different from a fine. Fines and restitutions is completely different from a criminal charge.
they warrant immediately.
Dang, that's crazy. Corey Harris gets learner's permit. Corey Harris is known for going.
Now, let's chop it up about Chrisean being arrested on these outstanding warrants. You would think, and this is just my opinion, everybody, you would think that she knew that she had these warrants. How many of y'all think that she knew she had these warrants? Now, if you know you got these warrants on you, come on. You know, and as they said, the police, they were waiting. They were waiting for her to show up. They was waiting for her to show up. How many of y'all, how many Chrisean Rock fans do we got? Drop a one. Drop a one if you are a Chrisean Rock fan. Drop a one if you are a Chrisean Rock fan. How many Chrisean Rock fans do we have? We ain't got no Chrisean Rock fans. Y'all mean to tell me we don't got no Chrisean Rock fans? 80s baby said H no. So you don't like Sexy Red, 80s baby. You don't like Chrisean. Suntan says I funk with her. All right. So we got one. Suntan funks with her. 80s baby don't funk with nobody. 80s baby don't mess with nobody. 80s baby don't mess with nobody. We only got one person that funks with Chrisean Rock. 80s baby is the only one that mess with Chrisean Rock. I meant Suntan. My bad. I guess don't nobody mess with Chrisean like that. Wow. Wow, no nobody mess with Chrisean Rock. 80s baby says, I don't care for the so-called rappers of this generation. I like the rappers of my generation only. Well, what's your generation? What's your generation? And we had this discussion over and over again about the new rappers and the old rappers. We get into this discussion over and over again. And y'all know how I feel about the new rappers. I feel like the new rappers ain't saying nothing different from the old rappers. Salute Tommy. Salute Tommy from Still Swinging Podcast. Make sure everybody subscribes to the Still Swinging Podcast channel. That's me, Pee Wee, and Tommy. We are the hosts of that channel. I'll say it again. It's nothing different from what the old school rappers are saying from what the new school rappers are saying. It's no different. It's no different. We're going to go to Wack 100. Let's go to Wack 100. Salute Londa. Salute Londa. Let's go to Wack 100 and see what Wack has to say about Chrisean Rock being arrested. Let's go to Wack.
I didn't feel it was my place because Blueface is my client. Chrisean isn't. But let me address this. Listen, Chrisean has, I believe, 2 plea warrants. One of them not serious. Arizona's not serious. California's not serious, right? The one that's holding her is in Oklahoma. No bail warrant because of probation violation, okay? You cannot bail her out. Stop hitting me why you ain't bailed her out. Why you ain't got...
And that just goes against what DJ Envy was saying as far as, oh, you just pay some fines. No, it don't work like that. If it's a parole violation, if it's a probation violation, you ain't paying no fines to get out on no parole violation. You might when it comes to a probation violation, it just depends. But by her not being a resident of Oklahoma, that's going to be tough because she already got a warrant. So when she go in front of the judge, and we're going to find out when she go in front of the judge is not likely to give her a bail because she's a flight risk. She's going to be considered a flight risk.
Her attorney. We don't need to get her attorney. All right? It's the bottom line. That judge is going to do what that judge is going to do.
So in Wack's defense, like Wack said, he can't bail her out. Many people wonder why. That was one of the questions of the day. Well, if Wack is Blueface's manager and Blueface is Chrisean's baby father, why Wack won't get her out? But Wack just basically explained it in 2 different ways. Well, first of all, like Wack said, Blueface is just my artist. I'm not obligated to get his baby mother out. And then secondly, like Wack said, look, she got 3 separate warrants, 3 separate charges. 2 of them is minor, but the probation from Oklahoma, that's a probation violation. Sometimes says it's all about the presentation. For me, I could do the Cardi and Meg, but not Sexy Red. Tommy says every generation talk that same stuff about the next generation. Appreciate that. Let me go back. Let me backtrack, y'all, and listen to what Wack said. Listen to what Wack says about why he didn't bail her out. It's not that he didn't bail her out. He couldn't bail her out. But let's listen to Wack.
As I believe 2 plea warrants. One of them not serious. Arizona's not serious. California's not serious, right? The one that's holding her is in Oklahoma. No bail warrant because of probation violation, okay? You cannot bail her out. Stop hitting me why you ain't bailed her out. Why you ain't got an attorney. We don't need to get her attorney. All right? It's the bottom line. That judge is going to do what that judge is going to do when she gets back down there. Me personally, unless the judge is on some extreme shit, because Chrisean Rock been on line talking about fuck Oklahoma and fuck all that. If the judge is on some regular shit, the judge going to get down there, man, give her 30 days or some bullshit, reorder her classes, and let her go. Once they let her go, LA, I believe LA reduced to a misdemeanor. It's not even that serious. So all this old shit y'all got going on, ain't nothing I can do. Nothing Blueface can do. Even if I didn't want to do it, if Blueface called that dog and said, I'll go get her, I would have went and got her. That's just the politics of it. So nothing anybody can fucking do. When you got to hold, you got to hold. Now, I told Rock 50 million times, hey, stop going live at that house. Police has been over there several times knocking on the door.
And us old heads, Tommy says she not Wack baby mother. He don't owe her that. People are ridiculous. And we always trying to give the one-on-one to these young people. Young people, y'all gotta listen to me. Y'all don't never want to listen to us old heads. We've been there, we done that. When we try to tell y'all what not to do, we try to tell y'all, look, chill out. Look, if you do this, that's bringing heat to you. We try to tell y'all, we try to get y'all the game. Y'all don't want to listen to us when we try to get y'all the game. Because first thing y'all think is, oh man, them old heads, they washed up. Oh man, them old heads, they don't know what they talking about. I ain't listening to them. They just player hating. They just washed up. No, we trying to get y'all to prevent the mistakes that we made. But then when y'all fall down that hole, or y'all get into that quicksand, then that's when y'all and everybody else is expecting the old heads to come to y'all rescue. 80s Baby said Chrisean and Sexy Red are not rappers. They'll want to be rappers. They have rap skills. I wouldn't say that. I would say that Chrisean is not a rapper, but I definitely would say Sexy Red is a rapper. Now, what category Sexy Red falls in, that's up for debate. That's up for debate. Do she got lyrics? Can she flow? Do she rap on beat? Do she talk about something? We can debate that. We can always debate that when it comes to Sexy Red. But when it comes to Sexy Red being a rapper, she's definitely a rapper. And we can chop it up about Sexy Red. We'll chop it up about Sexy Red.
Because people in there said, I told Wack, stop coming to court.
What Wack said. He said, I told Rock, stop coming to court. I mean, anybody with common sense, man. Anybody with common sense. And if I'm wrong, somebody correct me. Anybody with common sense knows if you got warrants, if you got a warrant out for your arrest, everybody knows with common sense, don't take your ass to court under no circumstances. And especially with the name that you got. So law enforcement's already know, okay, we got an open warrant for her. She got 3 open warrants out on her. Okay, like Rock said, she keep going to court. She keep showing up at Blueface's court appearances. Wack said he told her stop coming. Tommy says, we all know there's something about girls when it comes to the Lord that they always think it's a game until they get shown that it ain't a game. A man would have never played a game like that. He would have never went nowhere near that court. That's facts. We ain't going up in that court. Yo, I got a warrant out for me. I got a warrant. I can't go up in that courtroom because I got a warrant for me. As I say over and over again, it's about moving properly. It's not about whether you in the streets or not. Hey, I grew up in the streets. It is what it is. For some of us, we got to resort to the streets. So I don't knock the street life at all. I just say move accordingly. That's all I'm saying. Move accordingly. You got a warrant out on you. Move accordingly. Don't take your ass to court because you know they're going to lock you up, especially with a name. You got a name.
Accused me of not wanting her to come to court, so it looks like she ain't supporting Blue. Listen, Blue was already in jail. He understands you don't need to be there, right? I'm telling you, not only was you coming to court, you're going live at the court. She tells me Oklahoma can't get to the courtroom by the time I'm in and out. She just not mentally there to understand.
Bingo, bingo. See how when Wack gave her the facts. Now Wack gave her the facts, y'all. The facts is the facts. See how she tried to go around the facts? See how she tried, regardless of how true Wack, regardless of the truth that Wack was spitting to her, she just didn't want to accept the truth. Now, some people might argue she didn't want to accept the truth because it was coming from a man. Some might say she didn't want to accept the truth because it was coming from an old head. Some might say, as Wack said, she didn't accept the truth because she's not mentally capable. Who knows? Only she knows why she haven't and why she didn't accept the truth. But what I'm saying to y'all, I'm saying to y'all now, when somebody is telling y'all the truth, just ride out, stand on business with the truth. It don't make a difference if it's a woman that's spitting the truth to you. It don't make a difference if it's a man that's spitting the truth with you. The truth is the truth. And as Jesus said, the truth shall set you free.
Understand how life works, how the law works, how this shit works. So I did my part. Only thing I can do is tell you over and over and over again.
You talking about a man that's been dealing with the court systems for years. Wack been in and out of prison. Wack is gang affiliated. Wack that's all Wack been around all his life. So Wack knows how the court system works. Listen to these people that been there and done that. If they been there and done that, listen to them. It was an old commercial back in the days, a crash dummy commercial. And at the end of that crash dummy commercial, what was the message? You can learn a lot from a dummy. So even if you think the man is a dummy, even if you think the woman is a dummy, you still can learn a lot from a dummy. Tommy says she didn't accept the truth because she know everything and you can't tell her nothing. I got to say that again. And there's a lot of y'all out there that's just like that. Tommy says she didn't accept the truth because she know everything and you can't tell her nothing. And it's a lot of y'all out there on both sides. It's a lot of men out there that think they know everything. It's a lot of women out there that think they know everything and they just can't accept the truth because they don't recognize it as being the truth. So if they don't recognize it as being the truth, to them, it must not be the truth.
Hard head make a soft ass. Ultimately, I think within the next 30 days, they got 45 days to transport her. If they come get her, they fill that plane up. You know what I mean? If they fill that plane up in time, they'll fly her over there. So the faster she gets over there, faster she'll be home. It's not like she's going to do some years, be incarcerated for a long time, right? The minute you hear Rock is in Oklahoma custody, right? Probably within 10 days of that, best case, she'll be home. Or the judge might give her a little time, months, couple months, whatever to do. Either way, we'll see it before Christmas. We'll see it before the summer's up. She'd be all right. Stop it with all the bullshit hitting me about why ain't this, why ain't that, why Blue ain't this. Ain't nothing we can do. Right? She's in the same situation Blueface in. When you violate probation, you got to go see the judge. You can't bail. You can't do nothing. All right?
That's a fact. That's a fact. And so on this one, I'm riding with Wack 100 on this one. You know, and let me say this. You can't, just because you don't like a person, just because a person do something that you disagree of, if it's a fact, like in his situation, for all those that don't like Wack, and for those that don't like Wack, or use that as an excuse why they feel as though Wack should get her. See, that's why I don't like Wack now. See, Wack know he could go get that girl and just think, when that one person say that, the next person get it. Then they push it to the next person. And before you know it, you got thousands of people. You got thousands of people saying the same thing. And you got thousands of people that's pushing the narrative about an individual ain't got nothing to do with it. I get put in that position. I'm sure you, I'm sure him, her, I'm sure all of y'all get put in that position. I'm sure y'all get blamed for stuff. Y'all ain't got nothing to do with it. I'm sure y'all get blamed. People blame y'all for things that they need to take accountability for. You can't put your accountability on me. Salute, beautiful. I see you down there, beautiful. Tommy says that is not Wack 100 responsibility to get her out of jail with all the trash he talked about him. I can't get to my email. So if you sent me something through email, I can't get to my Facebook Messenger. I can't get to my Instagram. I can't get to none of those. So if you sent me any of them, I can't get to it until I end this demonstration. So if you want to wait for the demonstration to be over with, or if you want to just briefly, mention something, but I can't get to any DMs, any emails, any messages that y'all have sent me. So let me see what else we got on the Chrisean situation. Like I said, she knew she had the warrants out on her. Whose responsibility is that? I say it over and over again. We got to take accountability. If we would learn to take accountability, 99% of our problems would be solved. Because let's be honest, some things that happen in our lives is just out of our control. Some things is just out of our control. Excuse me, y'all, I gotta sneeze. My bad, y'all, I had to sneeze. As I was saying, some things is just out of our control. Tommy says, play Chrisean Rock, does not like Wack. She don't like him, so nothing he said she was about to listen to. And this is the same way 100% should get her out of jail. The same one she disrespect every chance she get. And that's so true. Let me see what else I got. Let me see what else I got. And as I said, I'll say it again. 99.9 of our problems can be solved if we would just take accountability. She needs to take accountability. I mean, you know, if you look at her situation, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but let's look at her situation. She got a child by Blueface. The last time I checked, well, he's incarcerated right now, but Blueface was a well-known recorded artist. Okay, I got something real quick, y'all. Here's something that I'm gonna run. It says, Chrisean put stop to lawyer money grab. No, that ain't nothing, y'all. That wasn't nothing. Salute 10 mil. Salute 10 mil. Appreciate you for pulling up 10 mil. Salute. All right, let's tap into this, y'all. Let's see what we can get out of this. Let's see what we can get out of this. Yeah, I'm doing good, 10 mil. I'm doing good. Salute Mary Backers. Salute Mary Backers. Salute Mary Backers. Mary Backers says, you're right, and accountability is something Chrisean never takes. And she knew those warrants were there and chose to hide from the problem. That's facts. All she had to do was just take accountability. We got to learn how to take accountability. If we just learn how to take accountability, 99.9 of our problems will go away. Let's check this out and see what we could get out of this, y'all. And then we're going to come back and chop it up.
to my channel. Welcome back to Since Day One. Before we get into this video update today about Chrisean Rock as well as her sister Chassity, and also today we have in attendance Chrisean's friend DJ Sky as well as Smiley, and last but not least we have Blueface's mom Carlissa as well as Wack 100. And before we get into this video today, you guys go ahead and like the video, comment down below, and if you are new, smash that subscribe button. Stay fly with us.
Make love on me, that you can keep it as a fan. I had to make up my mind. Now took that weight on my shoulders, I've been down with some.
Well, yesterday I had made a video, you guys, where I was basically laying out the fact that Chrisean Rock seemed as if she did not have enough money to cover an attorney after it had already been reported by Chrisean herself that she had been helping out her boyfriend and baby daddy Blueface while he was incarcerated, paying his bills and his restaurant fees. And according to these social media streets, you guys, Chrisean's sister Chassity had taken it upon herself to try to raise money for Chrisean's attorney until Chrisean is able to access her own funds. And I just wanted to make this video update to clarify that there was some information I may have missed. And so I wanted to come back and add this in on what Chrisean's sister had to say when she posted this initially to her Instagram. Chassity went on to say, my sister never asked for help, but the lawyer said he only got $1,500 and I don't know who has her money, but he not paid in full. And if he didn't get all his money, the process is longer. The lawyer my sister told me to call spoke with me and said this. If I had the money already, I would have just paid it myself with no help. Everyone wants to say this and that, and I just want the lawyer paid so she can get back out to her baby. I made a new Cash App just for the lawyer. If you want to support and send what you can, I'm going to post all my screenshots of me sending.
See, this be the prime example. You know, this be the prime example. And this go both ways. This goes for men and women. They love to break the law. But then, as soon as they get jammed up, it's always this Cry Me a River story about how they want to just get back to their family. This goes both ways. This goes for men and women. They quick to break the law. She wasn't thinking about her child. She wasn't thinking about none of this when she broke the law.
The money to the lawyer. But no, I am not posting the lawyer's Cash App with his name for hate pages to harass him, etc. I don't care what anyone say about me. I don't need nothing for myself. I need her lawyer paid so I can get some rest. Another of Chrisean's friends also emphasized that Chrisean did not approve this. Chassity is doing this on her own, but she's doing what she can to get her sister out. Can't be mad at me defending Chrisean's wishes, but Chassity is on a mission, so let's get her out. They only need $6,000. They went on to emphasize that the lawyer has not been fully paid. Zito thought everything was handled. Apparently, they don't have access to Chrisean's bank account yet, and Chassity wants to get the lawyer paid ASAP to get the process going. It apparently will take some time to get access to her account, and Chassity doesn't want to wait.
Anyone trying to make a buck off of this situation, shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you. I'm getting tired of seeing what I'm seeing, and it's pissing me off. It's pissing me off. If Marsh don't come out here asking y'all for money, do not think that we are asking y'all for money to support us. Like, these talks about us not having lawyers or whatever, it's cap. It's cap. People are taking advantage of the situation. If you've been caught taking advantage of the situation before, and you're taking advantage of the situation again, people need to put two and two together. If Marsh don't come up here saying, give me money, I'm broke, we're good, I promise you. Sean does not want no one doing the most. Please, please, I don't want to keep saying this, please.
But here's what we do know about Chrisean Rock's incarceration right now in Los Angeles. As of today, June 13th of 2024, Chrisean has been booked into the Los Angeles County Jail. Chrisean's next court date was also today, June 13th. Chrisean was also made to appear for the allegations that were stemming from the incident involving James Wright as well as Tamar Braxton. This is a screenshot of one of the pages of the incident report taken by law enforcement officials
officials who showed up when called by James Wright and Tamar Braxton's team. Law enforcement officials have let it be known that the injury caused by Chrisean Rock to James Wright was not serious and was coded as a simple assault, basically requiring no more than usual first aid treatment. And with that information being documented in everything concerning James and Chrisean's bail for that case was set at only $1, y'all. Yes. 4 quarters. 25 cents times 4. There's also a Chrisean Rock support page on Instagram, you guys, that goes by the name of Hot Tea Hot Chocolate. They've also been following closely since Chrisean had been incarcerated the other day.
Let me say this, y'all. Let me say this real quick. If you got children, you cannot.
I'm a single mom.
Hold up, y'all. If you got children, you cannot be about that life. Ladies, if you are a mother, you cannot be about that life. Fellas, if you got children, you cannot be about that life. I know everybody want to be about that life. Everybody want to jump off the porch. But if you are a mother, if you are a father, you cannot jump off the porch. Take it from me. Get a 9 to 5, even if you got to get 2 9 to 5s. Now, for some reason, if you can't, sometimes you can't get a 9 to 5, and you have to resort to the street life. Just move accordingly. That's all the old man is saying. I ain't trying to play a hate on nobody. I might have to resort back to the street life. So I'm not player hating on it. I'm just saying, especially if you got money coming in, if you worth millions and millions of dollars, you do not need to be in the streets if you plan with millions and millions of dollars. I'm just saying, y'all. I see you, Tommy. I see you. Beautiful says, sorry, y'all still working. Tommy says, do you see how she take care of her money? She spent every penny she get to the point she can't even bail herself out of jail. Exactly. And see, if you in the streets, even if you got a 9 to 5, even if you got 2 9 to 5s, regardless of what it is you got going on, regardless of what your get down is, you got to make better choices with that money. You got to make better choices with that money. They say for every dollar that comes in, you got to know how to invest. You got to know how to invest them dollars that's coming in. There are plenty of workshops. There are plenty of classes that you could take to learn how to invest your money. But the rule of money is for every dollar that comes in, that's a dollar that you have to invest. When you get that money, don't run to them stores, and especially the designer brand. You know, we paying $800, $900 for a pair of jeans. We paying $2,000. Some of us paying $3,000 for an outfit that we only gonna wear one time. We got to make better choices with our money. That's all I'm saying. You could get the money. I'm not player hating. Get the money. Go get it. But just make better choices with that money. If you got to be in the streets, just move accordingly.
Minor or no incarceration incident. This is a misdemeanor case and it's very minor, most likely a minor or no incarceration time type of case. The no bail warrant is what happens when an individual is apprehended for something else but has probation or parole. Oklahoma will have to contact LA and let them know that they aren't coming, or they will be allowed to hold her in LA jail up to 30 days. To allow Oklahoma time to come and get her, and the $1 bail can be paid to start.
And that's pretty much what Wack was saying. So for all y'all that want to know, read it. That's pretty much what Wack was saying. This is how the courts go. This is how the court system go. Let me run it back. Let me run it back. This is how it works.
The other day attending Blueface's court hearing. They took to their Instagram to let fans and supporters know that Chrisean now has a $1 bail for the James Wright Chanel alleged incident. This is a misdemeanor case and is very minor, most likely a minor or no incarceration time type of case. The no bail warrant is what happens when an individual is apprehended for something else but has probation or parole. Oklahoma will have to contact LA and let them know that they aren't coming, or they will be allowed to hold her in LA jail up to 30 days. To allow Oklahoma time to come and get her, and the $1 bail can be paid to start the extradition process. And
that's just how the extradition process works. If Oklahoma notify LA and say, look, it ain't worth us spending money. It ain't worth us getting manpower to come out there to get her for this charge. Now, this happens sometimes. Like if it's a minor charge, if it's a petty charge, that state that has the warrant for you, sometimes that state will tell the state that has you, will tell that state, we not coming because it's just not worth it.
As far as the Oklahoma situation that Chrisean is facing, you guys, she is currently being held in Los Angeles County Jail on a no bail warrant out of Craig County, Oklahoma, you guys. And I was also able to find more information stemming from what Oklahoma wanted from Chrisean when she was initially released on deferred adjudication probation. Apparently, Craig County, Oklahoma wants to give Chrisean 30 days of flat jail time as previously ordered because Chrisean did not commit to or complete her 120 hours of community service.
Now, this ain't nothing major. They just looking for her to do 30 days. Now, this could go either way. This could go either way. Oklahoma might view it as, look, man, we ain't wasting our time. We ain't wasting manpower. We ain't wasting no money to travel out there to get her for her to do these 30 days. Or Oklahoma can say, we want that. We want that ass. So this can go either way.
Until September 15th of 2023 to complete it. Chrisean Rock was on a 4-year deferred adjudication probation for 2 felonies that they ran concurrent. Chrisean's probation was supposed to end on March 15th of 2027. And once she was placed on probation, the conditions of her probation being that she out of the record. And further says good cause for the court to impose judgment and sentence.
Wait a minute, y'all. Let me backtrack this.
On March 15th of 2023, and she had until September 15th of 2023 to complete it. Chrisean Rock was on a 4-year deferred adjudication probation for 2 felonies that they ran concurrent. Chrisean's probation was supposed to end on March 15th of...
So, okay, so this is the actual Oklahoma case. Okay. This is the actual Oklahoma case. So this is a little serious. This case from Oklahoma is a little serious, more serious than what I read at first. My bad.
2027. And once she was placed on probation, the conditions of her probation being that she could not violate any laws of that state and other terms filed of the record. And further saying that Chrisean is in violation of the terms and conditions of her probation is set by the court and is good cause for the court to impose judgment and sentence immediately. Wherefore, the state of Oklahoma requests that the court issue an order to have said defendant brought before the court for the purpose of setting a date for hearing and for the further purpose of setting a bond. And I ain't no lawyer or anything, but from my experience dealing with criminal courts and civil courts, you guys, that sounds like they're going to make her come all the way back to Oklahoma and appear before a judge before she's able to find out what her bail is and if she may even be facing any incarceration.
Yeah, Oklahoma want that ass. Oklahoma gonna want that ass.
And basically what Oklahoma is saying was Chrisean's violation of the rules and conditions of her deferred adjudicated probation was that on April 13th of 2023, or Oklahoma, of Chrisean Malone's whereabouts, and that they were basically unknown. It appears she is evading supervision and is considered to be an absconder of supervision.
So she just basically left the state without being supervised. But that's a violation. That's a violation.
Which in other words basically means fugitive. The second rule Chrisean Rock violated was that she was not supposed to leave the state of Oklahoma without written permission of the judge, nor will she change her address without notifying her probation officer. She will allow her officer to visit her at her home or elsewhere. They basically said that they attempted to contact Chrisean at her last known residence and without success. Declaration has been received that Chrisean is no longer at her last known address, and she has also failed to. Her rule was that she would maintain lawful, gainful employment and provide written employment verification to her probation officer as requested. She would support herself and all her dependents without public assistance so long as she is physically able to do so. She would notify her probation officer when she changed employment and allow her probation officer to visit her at her employment or elsewhere. And according to Oklahoma, Chrisean is reportedly self-employed. However, employment verification has not been received to date, so her employment status is unknown. Chrisean also...
Now, her violation is not a serious violation, although it is a violation now. It is a violation, but it's not a serious violation. A serious violation would be if she picked up another charge. That's a serious violation. She just, failed to, report this. She refused to check in. It's a violation, and people have court time from these kind of violations, but it's just not a serious violation. Tommy says she is absolutely going to get violated for that, and they don't have to give you a bail on a probation violation, and that's facts. And that's what Wack was saying. It's a violation. It's a violation. They don't have to give you a bail on a violation, and especially if it's an out-of-state violation, because they're going to look at her as a flight risk. Tommy says, oh, she thinks this is a game. They're going to show her.
Violated rule number 8, which said that she understood that she was to remain under supervision by the probation and parole office until she served her maximum term, unless she was placed on unsupervised status by the court or Department of Corrections. Chrisean has not been released from supervision, however, she has stopped reporting. And a special condition of her probation was for her to perform 120 community service hours to be completed per the attached schedule.
And it just goes back to accountability. She has to take accountability. This is her charge. This is her probation. She has to take accountability. And until she takes accountability, she's going to continue to run into a brick wall. And if she's not going to take accountability for herself, she got to take accountability for her child. And this is what I say to all mothers and fathers. Y'all got to start thinking about these children. That's first and foremost. And in a situation like this, it's not like she's breaking the law to feed her child. It's not like she's going in the store stealing some Pampers or some baby formula. Some things, in my opinion, some things when you break the law, in my opinion, some things you could say, I get it, I understand. But on the flip side, some things you just know you shouldn't have done that. It was no reason for you to do that. Suntan says she can have a hold as well. Tommy says, remember Lil' Kim thought it was a game, ended up going to jail for absolutely nothing. Suntan says there's no bail on a probation or parole violation. And that's facts, Suntan. That's facts.
And it must be performed at a homeless...
Until you go in front of the judge. But when that warrant hits, they ain't got no bail on that warrant. Now, when you go in front of the judge can set a bail for the violation. But before you go in front of that judge, when it's a warrant, it ain't no bail on that warrant.
Shelter, but there was no indication that Chrisean had started or completed this court-ordered requirement. The summary of it all was Chrisean Malone's whereabouts are unknown. Attempts to locate her have been conducted without success. It appears Chrisean has absconded supervision, and due to her unknown whereabouts, her residence, employment status, and status on court-ordered requirements are unknown. Because of her failure to report, intermediate sanctions are not appropriate at this time. An updated level of service inventory revised has not been conducted due to her supervision transfer status. And based upon information compiled in this report, an application to accelerate filing and warrant is being requested. It is respectively requested that she remain in Oklahoma until completion of any form of probation and or revoked for a time deemed appropriate by the court. Chrisean Malone is obligated to return to Oklahoma to address her non-compliances per the ICAOS federal requirements. Therefore, it is further requested that Chrisean be ordered to pay restitution in the amount of transportation costs to be returned to Oklahoma to the appropriate transporting agency. Please note, Chrisean Malone is not allowed to leave the state of Oklahoma without Interstate Commission of Adult Supervision approval, as her current case has been closed. If she is to remain on any portion of supervision with a request to leave the state of Oklahoma, she will need to return to the local Oklahoma Department of Corrections Probation and Parole Office for supervision and approval. Apparently,
Let's chop it up for a second, y'all. Let me take y'all comments. What's y'all thoughts? What's y'all thoughts? Suntan says, hold, I meant she would be stuck. Y'all get my likes up. 80s Baby says 14 likes. 81 people in the chat. Y'all hit that 3 dot and get my likes up. Y'all get my likes up. What are y'all thoughts? You know, once again, my thoughts on it is it's coming back to the accountability. When I look at Chrisean, the whole time I've been following her, it's all about accountability. And until we as men, until we as women, it goes both ways. So I'm not going to ride the men. I'm not going to ride the women. I'm riding both sides. Until we learn to take accountability, we're going to keep running into a brick wall. If you have children, and this goes for both men and women, mothers and fathers, if you have children, you got to. Even if you don't have children, you got to make better decisions. But definitely, if you got children, you got to make better decisions. You're going to have to understand this over here, you can't participate in that over there. You got to stay over here. It is what it is. Because what's going to happen? What? 10, 15 years from now, Chrisean going to say what? I should have listened to people. I got myself in all these predicaments. I did this, I did that. Because now that she's locked up, she's away from her child. See? Now, I got to come for Blueface as well because he's no different from her. He's away from the child. So now she's away from the child. So now both father and mother is away from the child. The child, believes it or not, I can't remember the word that I'm looking for. Y'all can help me out. But the child feels. The child knows when something ain't right. The child feels. The child is going to know the connection that she has or he has with the mother. The child, that connection that that child has with the father, it's not there no longer. So who suffers? Who suffers? The child suffers. See? We see it all the time. The child is the one that suffers the most for the carelessness of the father and mother. Notice, I said the father and mother. That child suffers. Even if the child has the mother, if that father is not present, that child suffers. Even if the child has the father, if that mother is not present, the child suffers. Why? because it took both the father and mother to create and produce that child. So a heads up to the parents out there. The child needs both the mother and father. Salute Tracy. Salute Tracy. Appreciate you on the replay. Salute Tracy. Appreciate you on the replay. So we got to stop looking at the father. Oh, I don't want him in my child's life. He ain't ish. Or the father. I don't want my child around the mother. Because the mother going to be teaching my child bad behavior. The mother, you knew what type of dude he was. The father, you knew what type of girl she was. Remember, y'all, it's about them children. Let's come back to the breakdown of this Chrisean Rock warrants.
The address and place of residence that Chrisean Malone used for the Oklahoma court, you guys, was Blue's address.
Salute, Cutie Pie. The godmother. The godmother has the baby. Salute, Cutie Pie. The godmother has the baby.
In California. It went on to say that a letter dated April 25th, 23 was mailed to the above noted address instructing the defendant to report to the supervision intake team located at East San Fernando area office. And on May 2nd of 2023, that letter was returned to sender as vacant and unable to forward. On May 11th of 2023, the case was reassigned to this writer, and the following attempts to contact the defendant were made. In May of 2023, a telephone call attempted to the above noted number. However, the voicemail was full. A text was then sent requesting the defendant to contact the writer. On that same date of May 18th of 2023, a letter was sent to the above noted address instructing the defendant to report to the office. On May 25th of 2023 at 9 a.m., the defendant failed to report. On May 28th of 2023, the letter was returned to sender as it was undeliverable and unable to forward. On May 25th of 2023, an email was sent informing the defendant to contact this writer. To the date of this dictation, on May 31st of 2023, the defendant has failed to respond.
So when she got the probation, she just said, fuck it. When she got this probation, she just said, fuck it.
Probationer is self-employed and lived alone at this time. On June 8th of 2023, Los Angeles Sheriff Department Cobra team attempted to do a residence check on the defendant at her address to no avail without success. The probationer's whereabouts are unknown at this time. See attached document. Another rule Chrisean violated of her probation conditions and rules was that she would refrain from violation of any city, state, or federal laws, including tribal jurisdiction, that she would advise her probation officer within 48 hours if she was questioned or arrested by any branch of government or any of its representatives. And as explained by the assistant state attorney, Chrisean, in this particular case, a citizen went to the district court commissioner and swore to charges against Chrisean Malone. And the commissioner believed that the incident more likely than not did occur, and charges were approved as the case was forwarded to the court. The complainant, Victoria Waldrip, alleged that Chrisean attacked her on August 13th of 2023 in Fort Washington, Maryland. She alleged that she was sucker punched and threatened by Chrisean, who was 8 months pregnant at the time of this attack. Subsequently, charges were filed. And from July 2023 to September. See,
this is the kind of behavior. Now it says subsequently charges were filed in PG County, that's Prince George's County, Maryland. They give you the case number for assault, second degree, according to the Prince George's, Maryland's court clerk's office. An outstanding warrant remains active for Malone.
2023, through her reported attorneys, Chrisean sought to regain supervision compliance. It should be noted it is highly possible that an individual by the name of Al Riva initially misidentified himself as her attorney, wanting to help Chrisean Malone. And throughout this time, attempts to help Chrisean regain compliance in the state of California was conducted with directives to report.
Salute JB, salute Tashay, salute Tashay, salute JB. I'm co-parenting. Tashay says, I'm co-parenting right now with a 2-year-old. I see that she is much happier with both of us in her life. And that's a fact. JB says, yo, what we talking about? We talking about Chrisean Rock being arrested, and we talking about whether or not it was Wack 100's responsibility to get her out. But back to what T-Shay says, when both parents are active. Now, don't get me wrong. The mother, a single mother, can take care of the children. Don't get me wrong. A single father can take care of the children. But I promise you, as T-Shay said, have both parents active. They don't got to live together. They don't have to be together. But I promise you, have both parents active in that child's life, and you will see greatness. You will see a child that is beautiful with on the inside because that child knows better. The child can sense when something is wrong. The child can feel. Because believe it or not, the child has an identity. And the child gets their identity from both parents. And I know sometimes for us fathers, sometimes we look at the mothers, damn, why I had this baby by this woman. Sometimes us mothers look at the fathers and say, damn, why I had this child by him. But one thing that you got to remember, in the eyesight of the Lord, in the eyesight of God, we all, regardless of what the world may think of us, in the eyesight of God, we all are something, and we all can achieve greatness. So for any man, for any woman to deny their child the right to be connected to the other parent, you're going to have to face God, because God knows your heart. God knows your intentions. I may not know your heart. I may not know your intentions, but God knows your heart. God knows your intentions. And on Judgment Day, God is going to weigh your heart, and God is going to bring it all back to you. And God is going to tell you, you are the reason that the mother wasn't in that child's life. You are the reason that that father wasn't in that child's life. Now, don't get me wrong. Some cases, you do got some straight deadbeat dads out here. I cannot co-sign for the deadbeat dads. In some cases, you got some deadbeat mothers out here. But also in some cases, you got mothers that get in the way of that child having a relationship with the father. And you got some fathers that get in the way of that child having a relationship with that mother. It go both ways. So as men and women, as fathers and mothers, we got to do better. Notice I said we got to do better. I have to include myself in it. I'm no different from nobody else. But we got to do better.
Because Chrisean was significantly pregnant, Chrisean and her attorneys were highly concerned about traveling or being taken into custody. However, a warrant withdrawal could not be approved without the approval from the state of California, who was initially interested in withdrawing her. Their interest once documents related to her hardships were received. However, she failed to provide the requested documentation and she remained a fugitive. Yet during this time, Chrisean was charged with a new violent offense in the state of Maryland, which was reportedly committed when she was in the midst of her pregnancy. Charges have been filed and a warrant remains outstanding for Chrisean at this time. In addition to this charge, there have been several calls and emails indicating that Chrisean Malone committed another assault in November 2023 in Los.
God damn, she been busy. Y'all feel me? She been busy. Chrisean, your ass been busy, Chrisean.
Angeles, California. In an attempt to retrieve a police report or some type of documentation of this assault has been requested but cannot be located. Chrisean Malone's whereabouts still remain unknown. She has not reported her whereabouts to the state of California or the state of Oklahoma. Reporting for supervision remains her responsibility, not her attorneys nor any supervision authority. She does not appear to understand the significance of following the court's orders. No action appears to be taken to date on June 2023 violation report.
Let's chop it up, Rock Squad. Let's chop it up real quick. And I'll come back. Let's chop it up. Chrisean just don't give a damn. She really don't. She don't. Tashay says people treat their kids like property or commodity. She just don't care. It's like you got all these assaults, you help me understand. Remember, she went off on Blueface's mother. It's like, and see, if she's not careful, this type of behavior will be passed down to that child. This type of behavior will be passed down to that child if she's not careful. Because we all know the mother is the first teacher of the child. Every child is first taught first by who? The mother. Cutie Pie says she too busy worrying about a man more than her own child. Exactly. And this happens a lot. Like, you worrying about my man, you worrying about Blueface, but you're neglecting your child. You're neglecting your child. You're out here acting the fool. And the last time I checked, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, the last time I checked, Blueface ain't a bad guy. I don't know how y'all feel about Blueface. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about Blueface. But the last time I checked, he's not a bad guy. I mean, he ain't no saint, but in that relationship, he wasn't a bad guy. JB says her dad went after Blueface. The dad went after Blueface. So it's like the fruit don't fall from the tree. Tashay says she young. We all have to learn. Most of us learn the hard way. And that's true. That's true, Tashay. She's young, and she gonna have to learn the hard way. Just hopefully it don't take her till she get in her 40s. It don't take her till she get in her 50s to learn and understand. My baby come first. I gotta put my baby first. Hopefully it don't take her that long, to put the baby first. All right, let's jump back. JB says, he not a bad guy at all. Just chose the people you want to spend your life with. Please, people. Cutie Pie says, I know that's right. Yeah, because like I said, last time I checked, Blueface, he was the calm one in the relationship. Chrisean was the one that was with the rah-rah. Always going on. I was like, God damn, was she locked up for this time? Or God damn, what happened this time? Remember, she stayed in the news. She stayed in the news. And she's not a bad-looking female. She's not. She's not a bad-looking female. Let's go back to some more, y'all, and I'll come back.
Agency. And in conclusion, this is the reason Chrisean has no bail right now and is waiting to be extradited back to Oklahoma. So really all we need to do is wait for Chrisean to make it to Craig County, Oklahoma, find her an attorney, get everything hashed out, whether she's going to get reinstated or it all gets dismissed, and then she can go home. Blueface's mom, Carlissa, clapped back at some of Chrisean Rock's family members for accusing her of being the one to report that Chrisean had active warrants while she was at Blueface's court hearing. And this is what Carlissa had to say about it on her Instagram story. To Chrisean's family who accused me of calling the cops on her, that's called bearing false witness. You should know me better than that. If I told, I would have told I told. I don't call popo on single mothers with children on their way to court to support my son. Get a life. Well, moving along, Chrisean's friend DJ Sky had took time out of her day, you guys, this morning to go and appear at Chrisean's court appearance. She posted on her Instagram story walking downstairs and said, for my sister, I'm gonna be up early, and tagged Chrisean of her being at the courthouse. She says, I gotta get to the bottom of this. Once going inside the courthouse and understanding more of Chrisean's situation and what has been going on, DJ Sky took to her Instagram story and she said that Chrisean's sister Chastity is not scamming. She's communicating with the lawyer to make sure Chrisean is okay. No one has access to Chrisean's money and we need to get her out ASAP. And Smiley, who is also Chrisean Rock's friend and co-star from Zeus Network. What's up?
This is girl Smiley, Miss Jordans and Diamonds. You already know I'm coming from Miami-Dade County 305. You know how we taking over.
Also got on her Instagram today, you guys, and this is what she had to say in regards to her friend Chrisean Rock.
So for everyone who wants an update on Chrisean, Chrisean is coming home very, very soon, sooner than a lot of people are thinking. They dropped one count and they're giving her credit time served. She will be going home. So I need everyone to stop the negativity and stop wishing bad on my sister. She's going to be fine and she's coming home. And yes, can y'all stop?
And even Blueface's manager, Wack 100, had to put in his 2 cents concerning Chrisean Rock because he had been getting messages from the fans and supporters about if he was going to do anything to help her out or not.
All right, listen.
Now, we already heard from Wack, but I'm going to let it ride for y'all that's just pulling up. We already heard from Wack, but we're going to ride it back.
That's this. I didn't feel it was my place because Blueface is my client. Chrisean isn't. But let me address this. Listen, Chrisean has, I believe, 2-3 warrants. One of them not serious. Arizona's not serious. California's not serious, right? The one that's holding her is Oklahoma. No bail warrant because of probation violation, okay? You cannot bail her out. Stop hitting me. Why you ain't bailed her out? Why you ain't got her attorney? We don't need to get her attorney, all right? It's the bottom line. That judge is going to do what that judge is going to do when she gets back down there. Me personally, unless the judge is on some extreme shit, because Chrisean Rock been on line talking about fuck Oklahoma and fuck all that. If the judge is on some regular shit, the judge gonna get down there, may give her 30 days or some bullshit, reorder her classes, and let her go. Once they let her go, LA, I believe LA is reduced to a misdemeanor. It's not even that serious, so all this old shit y'all got going on, ain't nothing I can do. Nothing Blueface can do. Even if I didn't want to do it, if Blueface called that dog and said, I'll go get her, I would have went and got her. It's just the politics of it. So nothing anybody can fucking do. When you gotta hold, you gotta hold. Now, I told Rock 50 million times, hey, stop going live at that house. Police has been over there several times knocking on the door because people in the center. I told Rock, stop coming to court. She accused me of not wanting her to come to court, so it looks like she ain't supporting Blue. Listen, Blue was already in jail. He understands you don't need to be there, right? I'm telling you, not only was you coming to court, you going live at the court. She tells me Oklahoma can't get to the courtroom by the time I'm in and out. She's just not mentally there to understand how life works, how the law works, how this shit works. So I did my part. Only thing I can do is tell you over and over and over again. Hard ass, make a soft ass. Ultimately, I think within the next 30 days, they got 45 days to transport her. If they come get her, they fill that plane up. You know what I mean? If they fill that plane up in time, they'll fly her over there. So the faster she gets over there, faster she'll be home. It's not like she's going to do some years, be incarcerated for a long time, right? The minute you hear Rock is in Oklahoma custody, right? Probably within 10 days of that, best case, she'll be home. Or the judge might give her a little time, months, couple months, whatever to do. Either way, we'll see it before Christmas. We'll see it before the summer's up. She'd be all right. Stop it with all the bullshit hitting me about why ain't this, why ain't that, why Blue ain't this. Ain't nothing we can do, right? She's in the same situation Blueface in. When you violate probation, you got to go see the judge. You can't bail, you can't do nothing. All right, cool. Have a nice day.
And that's facts, y'all. That's facts. Ain't nothing that Wack can do. So for all those out there that's wondering, man, Wack got all that money. Why Wack ain't getting her out? Ain't he the manager? Didn't he make all that money off Blueface? Ain't nothing Wack can do. She in the same situation that Blueface is in. Blueface got time. Same scenario, same situation. Once again, you got to listen to people. And it could be somebody younger than you. It don't always have to be an old head that's telling y'all something for y'all good. It could be somebody that's younger than you that's telling you something for your own good. But you got to listen when they're telling you. And I'm going to tell y'all, when it comes to your children, man, you're going to have to listen. And you're going to have to let it register in your head. If I participate in this, chances are I'm going to get removed out of my child's life. Why? Because my funky ass is going to be somewhere locked up. Huh? Now what can she say? Now what can they say? It's about the children. Cutie Pie says she brought all this on herself, period, point blank. I bet she listening. Right. I bet she listening now. See what I'm saying? I know she listening now, Cutie Pie. I know she listening now. Tashay says CPS next. People going to be making up allegations now. I know she listening now. Everything that Wack, everything that Blueface, everything that everybody was saying to her, she listening now. Damn, I should have listened. But as I tell people, you better listen, because I'm going to tell you, sometimes you will get yourself in a predicament. Sometimes you will get yourself in a situation where ain't nothing that I can do for you. Ain't nothing that he can do for you. Ain't nothing that she can do for you. And as much as we praise the Lord, and as much as we love God, as much as we pray to God, even God, in some situations, even God is going to do what? God going to wash his hands with you and say, my child, you made your bed. So now, my child, you must lay in your bed. So ain't no need in you getting mad at nobody because they won't fix your problems. Ain't no need in you blaming this person. Ain't no need in you blaming that person. Your funky ass need to blame yourself. It is what it is. Chrisean needs to blame herself. Chrisean needs to take accountability. This is what your hands produced. You get where I'm coming from? This is what she produced. Nobody else. Nobody else. Nah, the devil ain't do this. The devil ain't trick her. Nah, the devil somewhere playing around on the basketball court or somewhere. The devil down the street at the liquor store. What you blaming the devil for? The devil over there smoking a blunt. The devil ain't tricked you. T-Shay says being mad at yourself is the worst emotion to feel. It is. It is. But it's something that we have to take heed to. You have to understand and you have to take accountability. That goes for me. That goes for you. That goes for her. That goes for him. Salute positive vibes. JB says, because God gave everyone free will. It don't make a difference if you're a Muslim. It don't make a difference if you're a Christian, Jehovah's Witness, an atheist, a dope boy. It don't make a difference what it is that you is in life. Salute Chanel. Salute Chanel. Appreciate you for pulling up. God, as JB said, God gave everybody a free will. It's what you want to do with your life. If you want to turn your life into a funky ass life, then that's your funky ass life that your funky ass got to live with. Not me, not her, not him. Like Wack said, he tried telling her. He tried telling her. She ain't want to listen to Wack. She thinking, oh, Wack don't want me to come because then that's going to show Blueface that I'm not supporting him. So I'm going. Nah, that wasn't even the case. And listen to me. Listen to me. When people tell y'all stuff for y'all own good, stop thinking that it's a hidden agenda. Stop thinking that it's something else behind why this person is telling you what they're telling. I give y'all a prime example. Ladies and fellas. But first, let me deal with the ladies, and then I'm going to deal with the fellas. Ladies, if somebody is trying to warn you about your boyfriend, sometimes, ladies, you're going to have to listen. Even if you don't like that person. Because what's the old saying? Don't shoot the messenger. It's just the messenger that's delivering you a message. And that message can be from God. Now, if this man is no good, and if it's a female, and the female just trying to give you the heads up, she ain't hating on you. She ain't being messy. She ain't trying to get what you got. Most of the times, she had what you got already. As a woman, take heed to what the next woman is telling you about this man. Because once you open up your legs to this man, it's going to be too late. And the first thing people going to say, didn't so-and-so try to warn you? Didn't his baby mother try to warn you? Didn't his mother try to warn you? Didn't old girl try to warn you about him? You choose not to take heed. You choose not to listen because you thought it was something special about your funky ass. I got to talk to y'all like this because when I talk to y'all calm and cool, it don't register to y'all. So I got to give it to y'all raw and uncut. I got to. Because if I give it to you raw and uncut, it just might save your life. It just might save you from getting in a predicament. If I give it to you all smooth and all, sweet, he ain't gonna pay it no mind. So I got to give it to you raw. I got to call you funky. I got to use certain words for your funky ass, for it to register. Because some of y'all are stiff. Some of y'all hearts are so hard. Some of y'all necks are so stiff. Some of y'all think that y'all shit don't stink. But I smell you a mile away. Stop opening up your legs to every man that come your way. Start taking heed when somebody tell you, you might not want to fuck with old boy right there. Because old boy on some foul shit. I'm sure you heard it from somebody. Don't act like you ain't never heard it from somebody. I'm sure somebody told you, oh boy, ain't it. And lately, I've been seeing the characters that y'all women are dating. And I be looking, and I be saying to myself, what the hell she doing with his ass? But you know what they say, you are what you attract. That's a food for thought. Y'all notice when y'all see all of these women, and these be young women, y'all see them being unalive by these men, and you just be looking and you say to yourself, how in the hell did he get her? Am I lying? Am I lying? Ladies, y'all choice of selection, the men that y'all are choosing are bums. The men that y'all are choosing ain't hitting on nothing. Y'all can do better than that. Stop thinking that you can raise this boy to be the man that you want him to be. Stop thinking that you could change him and from being a bum, stop thinking that you could change a bum into being $1 million man. 1 out of 1 million. That happens 1 out of 1 million times. 1 out of 1 million times. A bum will get with a woman and that woman will change the bum into $1 million man. That's 1 out of 1 million. But most of the times when these bums get with these women, these bums end up draining these women. And eventually these bums end up taking these young ladies' lives. Watch the news. If I'm lying, stop me. Watch the news. We see it all the time on the news. All these young, beautiful women. And now the bums ain't only taking the lives of these women, the bums is taking the lives of the children. What part of the game is that? What part of the game is that? Don't you know that a bum, he's a bum. He ain't got nothing going on for himself. So he don't give a damn. He's miserable. So he ain't got no problem with making you lose what you got. He ain't got no problem with taking your life. He ain't got no problem with taking your children's lives. He's a bum. Now you take your funky ass, because your funky ass think that you could change this bum. Your funky ass upstairs ain't right. See, that's what it is, ladies. You might be successful according to society, but upstairs, you got a funky ass mentality. And your funky ass mentality, the good men, ladies, I want y'all to listen to me, because y'all might never hear this again. The good men that come in your life, the good men that pursue you, your funky ass attitude does what? Your funky ass attitude runs the good men away. And then when you get with the bums and the bums turn you every which way but loose, your funky ass is on social media talking about where the good men at. Why I can't get a good man? It's because your funky ass attitude ran the good man away. If I'm lying, somebody stop me. And Cutie Pie says so sad. And it's sad because that's what we dealing with. I see it all the time. Like, damn, you passed up my man for him. Shank, let me tell you about him. See, he one of them men that think that I need him. Your funky ass do need him. Let me tell you, Shank. See, I can get my money on my own. Ain't nobody say you can't get your money on your own. See, Shank, them type guys right there, them type guys, they think we need them. See, my mother hit me to the game. Yeah, did your mother hit you to the game that your mother had a funky ass attitude too? And your mother is just like your funky ass? Your mother ran some good men away, and now your funky ass is running good men away. I got to give it to y'all like this. I'm sorry, but I got to give it to y'all like this. I'm going to get to the fellas. I'm going to ride down on the fellas. Just bear with me, ladies. I'm going to ride down on the fellas, because the fellas need to be rolled down on, just like the ladies need to be rolled down on. See, Chrisean, this is the product. This is what I'm saying. This is the product of the bullshit. You get where I'm coming from? This is the product. And she ain't the only one out here that's like that. Now, if Blueface was going upside her head, she would submit to Blueface. If Blueface was going upside her head, she would submit to him. And y'all know that. Right or wrong, Cutie Pie? Right or wrong, Cutie Pie? Well, see, I just need a man that can handle me. I appreciate you, Chanel, for sharing the link. I appreciate you, Chanel. I just need a man that can handle me with your funky ass attitude. And I'm tired of the funky ass attitudes that y'all women have. I'm so tired of the funky ass attitudes. And that's why we're where we're at now. A lot of women, I see a lot of women that's doing their podcast. A lot of women are starting to see this. Sent him straight into another woman's arm. Exactly. It happens all the time. And then wonder why. And the first thing they'll say is, well, don't I look better than him? See, look at her. Her ass is small. Look. Y'all know how y'all do. Y'all got to show the ass. But we can only see the ass. We can't smell that the ass is funky. Yeah, it's a nice ass. Yeah, it's a fat and plump ass. But the ass is funky. When the last time you had a douche? Do you even know anything about a douche? You know you got the douche. When the last time? When the last time your funky ass took a bath? A lot of ladies don't even take baths. A lot of ladies only take showers. Right? Look good. What you call the baddies. You be looking at the baddies and you be like, damn, she bad. go to a baddie's home. Y'all ever notice when y'all look at the baddie's picture, zoom in, you see dirty clothes on the floor, you see 3-day-old grits and oatmeal and other food on the nightstand. You be like, God damn. You see the bathroom, you know, because the baddies love taking pictures in the bathroom. You see dirt rings around the toilets. What part of the game is that? She's a baddie, but they got dirt stains around the toilet? Look at the pictures. Look at the pictures. They got all these filters on their pictures. I'll be looking and I'll be like, It's called accountability. It's called accountability. And don't no man want a woman with no nasty attitude. I know I don't. I know I don't. She got a nasty attitude. I don't want you. And anybody that know me, they know I get on one. And when I get on one, watch out. I'll start calling you a bunch of funky ass. And you, man, you'll be like, God damn, what happened to my nice man? You ran the nice shank. You turned the nice shank into the motherfucking shank that'll call your funky ass out and tell your funky ass, get the hell up away from me. But some of y'all need that. Some of y'all need that. We try our best. We pull out our heart. Salute my boo. Appreciate you for pulling up. And that's the worst thing that you can do to a man. That's any man. The worst thing that you could do to a man is let us pour our hearts out to you and express how we feel, and y'all think we on some sucker shit. That's the worst thing y'all can do. That's the worst thing you could do to me. I'm just letting you know now. That's the worst thing you could do to me. Because once you do that to me, and once I get on one, oh man, watch out. Watch out. Watch out. I know, ladies. Now I got to ride down on the fellas. Fellas, I got to come for y'all. I got to come for y'all. I got to come for y'all. Because with the fellas' biggest problem is we give in to these kind of women. And it originated from, and we go to the scriptures. God gave the man certain rules. And the main rule that he gave the man, because remember, according to the scriptures, the woman was given to the man. So y'all ladies, y'all get a pass on this. So y'all ladies go in and sit down. All right. Y'all sit down on this. But the woman was given to the man. Now, God gave the man instructions. And he told the man, that tree right there, stay away from that tree. And what did the man do? The man got deceived. The man got deceived by the woman. And it caused the man to do what? To eat off the tree. Look at today's society. Look at it today. Do y'all know the majority of men that's locked up are locked up behind a woman? And I'm going to tell you how stupid we are as men. I'm going to tell you how dumb we are as men. We've allowed society, we've allowed the women to take our place and push us to the back of the bus. The man is the prize. I know, ladies. Listen, though. The man is the actual prize. Right? But we've allowed society and we've allowed the women to push us to the back of the bus. And now we do all this dumb circus shit in the name of getting a woman. We want the woman to accept us so bad. We want the woman to be with us so bad that we do what? We do all kind of circus shit when it comes to the woman. But as I stated before, as long as a man is representing and doing what he's supposed to be doing, the woman or women that's supposed to be in his life, they're going to be in his life. A woman by nature is to submit to her man, but a woman ain't gonna submit to no any man. And if you are a man, and if you are doing what you're supposed to be doing as a man, and if that woman don't submit to you, that ain't the right woman for you. Just like women has to be held accountable, and just like women can't be opening up their legs to any man, hey bruh, you can't be going up into any woman, because as I was taught later on in life by women, I was taught that every time a woman lays down with a man, and every time that a man ejaculates in that woman, that man is ejaculating his spirit into that woman. Ladies, am I lying? Now, I learned this. This was taught to me by women. And I was like, damn, I ain't never heard that. I heard that maybe like about 10 years ago. And I was like, damn. I said, that makes sense. So just imagine. Imagine if this woman that you get with, imagine if she had, let's just say 10. Let's say she had 10 sexual partners, 10 different sexual partners. That's 10 different spirits being ejaculated in her. And when you lay down, ladies, correct me if I'm wrong. Now, when you come in and you lay down with her, all those spirits that was ejaculated into her, those spirits get released into you. Ladies, am I wrong? I was taught this by ladies. And when I was taught it, I said, damn. I said, that makes sense. So, fellas, Blueface. Now, as much as we can ride Chrisean, we gotta ride Blueface. And I know, like you said, you know, we live and we learn. We live and we learn. But we got to stop just because she got a nice body. Just because she pretty. We got to stop. And we got to go after them women. We got to go, and they are out here. There are some beautiful women out here on the inside as well as the outside. They're out here. Don't get caught up in thinking that every pretty woman, oh, she pretty, so she must be miserable. Oh, she pretty, she must be stuck up. Oh, she pretty, she probably got all this and she probably got all that going on for her. A lot of pretty women on the outside, they're pretty on the inside as well. I'm just keeping it 100. A lot of pretty women on the outside are pretty on the inside. But as men, you and me, we got to take the time to get to know this woman. We got to take the time to get to know her. Damn, she fat. Damn, she pretty. I'm gonna smash that. That's fine. But you gotta get to know her first. You got to get to know her qualities. You got to get to know the inner being. You got to get to know the inner being. And contrary to what we've been taught, believe it or not, most women, ladies, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, most women don't need a man to come into their lives, but most women would love, most women would like for a man to come into their lives. And most women won't have no problem submitting to the man if the man is worthy of them submitting to. Correct me if I'm wrong, ladies. Now, I'm not saying all women, but most women don't have a problem with submitting to a man. But it just got to be the right man. It got to be that man that's going to lead them. It can't be no foolish man. Women are watching. Women are watching. Women are watching to see, is he good with finance? First of all, do he know how to make money? Second, do he know how to save money? Do he know how to invest? Do he know what to do with money? Most women look for that. The first thing that women look for, do he pay bills? Correct me if I'm wrong, ladies. That's the first thing women look for. If he's going to pay the rent, if he's going to pay gas and electric, if he's going to pay the phone, if he's going to give me some money towards the bills, it ain't got to be 50-50. It ain't got to be 70-30. But is he going to give me something? Because today, most females get money on their own. And most females, I got to give it to the females, most females, they pay their bills. Most females. I ain't saying all, but most females, they pay their bills. So they can make it without you. But like Cutie Pie says, he got to pay something. They're going to want to see. They're going to want to see, do he go to work? Do he call out all the time? They want to know your stability. They want to know. Okay, he said he's at work, but is he really at work? And most of all women want to know if they man can stand on business. That's no matter what kind of woman you got, no matter what kind of woman she is, and no matter what kind of man she got, but can he stand on business? Meaning, do he say what he mean, and do he mean what he say? If he say he's going to do this, is he going to do it? Ladies, help me out. See, I learned this from y'all. I had to learn from y'all because I kept getting it wrong. I'm keeping it 100. I kept getting it wrong. That's why I tell everybody, I don't know a lot. I know about that much. But I do know what I know, but I know about that much. I don't know a lot. Most of the stuff that I'm telling y'all, women taught me this. So a big salute and a big shout out to the women. Y'all taught me this. Like I said, I'll be listening. This is what I learned from women. Shank, you got to listen to us. First, listen to us. Because I used to didn't listen. Because I used to walk around with my chest on swole. Because I'm thinking, I'm 52. I'm 52 years old. I was born in 72. So in my era, the man was, everything. The woman was supposed to listen to the man, regardless of what. Even if he was a no good for nothing man, the woman was still supposed to listen to her. That's how I was brought up. So I'm walking around with my chest on swole. You gotta listen to me. I ain't have a job. I ain't have a pot to piss in. I ain't have a car. I wasn't paying no bills, but I was expecting the woman to listen to me. That ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. Women was like, look, this is what you doing wrong. Look, you can't do this, Shank. You know what I mean? You can't do that, Shank. I'm thinking with the head between my legs. I ain't thinking upstairs. You know what I mean? I ain't using no kind of logical thoughts. I'm thinking down here. I'm thinking, all right, long as I get her in the bed, long as I bang her back out, you know what I mean? Long as I flip her over, you know what I mean? Long as I hit this butt cheek, long as I hit that butt cheek. That's how I'm thinking. I'm thinking with this head. That ain't last long. Because ladies, let's be honest and help me understand. Help me understand. After a while, the sex, it get played out after a while. After a while, the sex game, it wears off after a while. Yeah, you'll get a female, you know what I mean? You'll get her, and she'll be like, man, the sex is just so good. But after a while, it's going to wear off, and you're not going to be able to use that tactic with your woman It's over, Cutie Pie. Like Cutie Pie said, it's over. So then I had to start thinking, and I had to start using my brain and my mind and understanding certain things, because those days were over with. Those days were over with because society has started to change with affirmative action and all the independent women. You know, then you started Webby. Remember Webby had the independent song. So it took and it put women on a whole new nother level. So the old way, it just wasn't working no more. It didn't work no more. You know what I mean? Tashay says, for me, I can't just sleep with anyone. Sometimes I double back because it's familiar. Right, right. So sometimes females do have to double back. But as I was saying, the old way, it couldn't work no more. And then I started had to listening to these women, because the women started to, everything started to shift. So now we dealing with a different mind frame of women. Shout out to all the independent women. I don't have no beef with the independent women. Shout out to the single mothers. I don't have no beef with the single mothers. You know, fellas, you cannot walk around with your chest on swole. You can't. That's mistake number one when it comes to a woman. She don't want to hear that. You know, can you pay a bill? And that's why a woman, she will take, or she will be with a man that might not look better than you. She will get with a man that might not be as fly as you. But this man that she's with, this man gives her a peace of mind. This man that she's with, she feels safe around. She feels safe around this man. Eventually, the street guy, he gets old to a woman. Ladies, correct me if I'm wrong. Eventually, the street guy, he gets old to the woman. She don't want him because she knows. I done dealt with the street guys. I know what I'm going to get out of these street guys. I'm going to get a guy that's going to end up going to prison. I'm going to get a guy that's going to end up having my life in danger as well as my children's life in danger. Fellas, you are not a gangster. You're not. All that gang shit, man, that's for suckers. That's for suckers. Go visit any penitentiary. Just go visit any penitentiary and see what they tell you. All the ones that was throwing up the gang signs, all the ones that was hollering gang, gang, go and see what they end game is. Go to the graveyard. You might not want to go to the graveyard because those fellas can't talk to you. Go to the penitentiary and see what they got to say. It's a done deal. The only thing that I really respect when it comes to the street life, the only thing that I respect on both sides, for a man that's in the streets, for a woman that's in the streets, the only thing that I respect is if you getting money. That's the only thing I respect. If you in the streets as a man and you doing your thing and you getting money, all right. If you a female and you in the streets and you getting money, all right. But now I want to know, what is you doing with the money? Now I want to know how you getting your money. For the fellas, if you robbing people, nah. You can't be robbing people. For the ladies, you can't be out here tricking people. If you prostituting, and that's if you prostituting, have some class about yourself. You know what I mean? Don't be prostituting yourself for no $40 and $50. You know what I mean? Get you some clients that's going to be spending some serious money with you. Because you got to know, between your legs, you got $1 million thing between your legs. So if you prostituting, I'm not advocating, I'm not promoting prostitution, but I'm just saying, if that's what you resort to, don't be a dumb broke hoe with a funky attitude. Be a smart rich hoe with a good attitude. Know how to move. Don't be just laying down for no $40. Don't be laying down for no $100. And as a prostitute, you got to have the mind frame of, I can service this trick without even physical activity going on. Because believe it or not, a lot of the men that turn to prostitutes, a lot of the men, they turn to the prostitutes for time, for quality time. Most of the times, it ain't even about sexual behaviors. I'm giving y'all some free game, ladies. Learn how, see, that's when the funky attitude has to go away. Because if you still had that funky attitude, then that's the only thing you're going to be on your mind. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm going to suck them off. I'm going to give them some head. I'm going to this, that. Nah. Learn the game. Learn the man. And I'm telling you, most men just want quality time. That's why they turn to the prostitutes. Now, don't get me wrong. Some men, they want sexual favors. Don't get it twisted. But if you got the right attitude, ladies, you can make some serious money being an escort. Same thing as a prostitute, it's just a better word. Got to change that attitude. Look, I know y'all done went off, and I know the demonstration's supposed to be about Chrisean Rock. My bad, y'all. Every now and then I get like that. I apologize. Every now and then I get like that, y'all. Remember, this demonstration is for entertainment and educational purposes. Everything that you heard me say is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Everything that you heard me say is allegedly. It's all allegedly, y'all. Let me give y'all one more clip, and then we're going to get out of here. Chanel Brown says, no, you're doing great. I'm sharing on all platforms. I appreciate you, Chanel. I appreciate. And make sure, Cutie Pie says, it's okay. I'm enjoying your live. This is my first time being in your live. I appreciate you, Cutie Pie and Chanel, Tashay. I appreciate all the new subs. I appreciate all the new subscribers. Give me a minute, y'all. I'm going to get one more clip for y'all, and then we're going to get out of here. I'm going to get one more clip for y'all, and we're going to get out of here. All right, y'all. Let's check this last one out. I'll come back and take some comments, and then we're going to get out of here, y'all. One more for y'all.
It looks like the long arm of the law finally done caught up with Chrisean. And to nobody's surprise, Blueface was allegedly the one who snitched on her and got her arrested by the cops. After months of running from the cops, Chrisean finally got arrested a couple of days ago, and her son Chrisean Jr. was taken away from her. Girl, we could have sworn that we were all done with Chrisean and Blueface, but this drama is about to get really messy once again because Chrisean is dragging Blueface to filth. Child, I can't seem to remember a time when Blueface and Chrisean weren't messy. But in the past couple of months, things have quieted down between them a lot. Well, that probably has something to do with Blueface being in prison and not being out and about to create or engage in drama. But in true Blueface fashion, he found a way to create drama for Chrisean from prison. And honestly, this shouldn't surprise us in the least because again, this is Blueface. Now, I'm not saying that Chrisean is an angel or something because y'all know that she is problematic AF as well. But Blueface knows just how to get under her skin. In fact, he seems to push all her buttons for no reason at all, even though he claims not to want anything to do with her, and swore to heaven and back that he was over her. It got wilder when she claimed that she and Blue were intimate only a few days after she gave birth to their son, and she was still bleeding down there.
No, I know that.
And then I was scared of Blue because
I know, and why did you have sex?
it wasn't that. It was just like,
You just
he was like,
can't
Chrisean, I said, I'm still bleeding. I said, you want bloody Blue? He like, on crib.
Salute Yvette C. Salute Yvette C. Are y'all listening? Are y'all listening to her? Let me backtrack a little bit.
And she was still bleeding down there.
No, I know that.
And then I was scared of Blue because
I know, and why did you have sex?
it wasn't that. It was just like,
You just
he was like,
can't
Chrisean, I said, I'm still bleeding. I said, you want bloody Blue? He like, on crib. I'm like,
Wait, can we stop there? A crib, one and bloody. That's too much. The crib and blood.
Yeah, she should have kept that in the drafts because that was embarrassing. Like, Blueface denied being the father and wasn't even there when she gave birth. She probably thought that she was going to have people gassing her up and saying, yes, queen, and all that stuff. But she got a shocker when people started dragging her for being thirsty over Blueface, after he had told her over and over again that he didn't want her. She got clowned so hard that she decided to do a rebrand, talking about how embarrassed she was and blah, blah, blah. She said, telling him no today was a step, but how do you get rid of a soul tie? I really had to take a step back because still giving a part of me to him is effed up to my son.
It goes back to what I was saying as far as when you lay down with a man, when they ejaculate in you, they ejaculating they spirit in you.
A man that don't want to be a father to my only son still in me. Man, then this man texted me today and I almost fell for that itch. Like, what the F am I doing for real? She continued, I'm looking at my son like, hold up, cut the immature, selfish ish out. Y'all, I'm disappointed with myself right now. Hey, Blue, go F yourself. Stop hitting me up, bruh. Go find another bee to cream on you. Plus, homie, that ish is unsafe and unsanitary. You gonna F around getting HIV the way you move. She also said, on God, let me start wanting this. Lord, please free me from myself. I pray for strength to stay disciplined, and I pray for strength because having a child and knowing that his father don't want anything to do with him is a tough thing to accept. So instead, doing what's hard, I settle for the short end of the stick. But surprise, surprise, that didn't last very long because she got on her BS once again. Luckily for the rest of us, the universe made a move, and Blueface was sent to prison after he violated his probation. Back in 2022, Blueface was arrested on attempted murder charges after he and his crew jumped a man named Contavious Trailer at a Las Vegas strip club. According to reports, Blueface and his crew were at a strip club in Vegas, and Contavious made a joke about Blueface talking to girls in a cheap car, and Blueface's ego got hurt. This led to him and his crew jumping the man, and they beat him so hard that Contavious made a dash for his truck to escape. That ended very badly because Blueface and his crew were not about to let him get away that easily. While he was running toward his truck, Blueface pulled out a pew-pew and fired repeatedly at Contavious. Blueface tried to claim that someone on his team had seen Contavious pull out a gun, but people didn't really buy this because Contavious was running away from them and couldn't possibly have tried to shoot since he wasn't even facing them. He suffered bullet graze wounds, and luckily there was no life-threatening injury, but his truck was riddled with bullet holes. He was arrested in November 2022. Days after the arrest, TMZ reported that Blueface was charged to court and was charged with felony attempted with the use of a deadly firearm or tear gas, as well as an additional charge for discharging a gun into a house, building, vehicle, or craft. He was granted bail for $50,000, which Chrisean paid, and he was released that same day. Blueface pleaded guilty in his second court appearance, and the attempted charge was dropped. And he also pled guilty to battery and the discharging of a firearm charge as part of a plea agreement he had. According to court documents, the judge revealed that he can't be seen around anyone with a firearm. The judge stated the rapper is playing with his liberty if he surrounds himself with guns. He is also not allowed to attend any clubs in the downtown Las Vegas area. The judge also said he can only be in those areas if he has work applications or any legitimate basis to be there, not as a pastime. Blueface is prohibited from interacting with the victim of the or his family. He must stay away from drinking and smoking during the extent of his probation as well. To nobody's surprise, Blueface broke the rules, and he was sent to prison in January this year. Chrisean went on and on about how her daddy had been taken away from her, even though her real-life daddy was in Baltimore. She swore that she was done with Blueface, but she has been screaming free Blueface since January. Well, Blueface certainly doesn't feel the same way about her as she does him, because according to reports, he allegedly snitched on her to the cops in exchange for a lighter sentence. See, Chrisean has an open warrant against her in Oklahoma, where according to TMZ, she's wanted in connection to charges, including possession of marijuana with intent to distribute and possession of a controlled dangerous substance dating back to 2022. And it's not like she didn't know about the warrant, because she talked about this in January, talking about how she wasn't going to turn herself in because she had a baby.
Oh, all my warrants. My warrants are getting cleaned up. I've been paying off fees and getting rid of talking to certain people to help my situation out. Cause I have my son, so the old me would have just turned myself in, and that would have threw from inside to the outside of the jail. So whatever. So I don't be like, But right now I gotta play cautious because I don't plan on being in jail while my son is growing. Like I just don't plan on that at all. So I'm doing every way possible to get that figured out without even trying to serve time, and it's working out for me. So I'm gonna work on my little situations and stuff. That's all about it. But
Well, she got arrested a few days ago at Blueface's hearing, and word on the streets is that Blueface was the one who insisted that she come to his hearing, but he had tipped off the cops that she was going to be there. And when she walked into the courthouse, the cops jumped on her and arrested her. She was taken away, and Chrisean Jr. was taken away from her. The crazy part is that Blueface's parents were right there, but they refused to take the baby, arguing and being messy. Now the baby is reportedly...
Wow. So Blueface parents refused to take the baby. Wow.
Was taken away from her. The crazy part is that Blueface's parents were right there, but they refused to take the baby, arguing and being messy. Now the baby is reportedly with the authorities because Chrisean is still locked up, and there are reports that social services is going to take responsibility for the baby. Girl, this is one hot mess, and fans commenting, Chrisean being arrested for a man that don't want her and leaving her baby with a bunch of people that don't want him. Prayers to the baby. Chrisean Rock thought it'd be a good idea to show up to Blueface's latest court appearance and ended up getting locked up herself for an active warrant that she knew about. And Chrisean deserves everything happening to her. She lied on her own sister. She had the camera person, James Wright, destroyed property, drank and smoked while pregnant. Mind you, where's her dog? She's vile. My heart hurts so bad for Junior. He doesn't deserve this. But y'all drop your thoughts about this in the comments, then check out this next video.
Wow, wow. Wow, Rock Squad. Wow. So, big shout out to all my new subscribers. Cutie Pie, Tashay, Chanel. Appreciate y'all for pulling up. I hope this won't be y'all last time. Salute 80s Baby, Yvette C, Miss Parker, Beautiful Nightmare. Salute everybody that pulled up for this demonstration. I will be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. So make sure y'all pull back up tomorrow at 4 p.m. My heart goes out to that baby. He deserves none of this foolishness. Facts. Tashay says the baby, her JR, thank you and won't it be. Appreciate everybody. Appreciate y'all for sharing it out. And I see y'all. Yvette C says, Miss Queen Parker says I've been good. How have you been, Yvette C? Glad to see you, Yvette C. We all over here praying for you, and we keep you in our prayers. But I appreciate everybody for pulling up, and I'll see y'all tomorrow at 4 p.m.